What's happening? It's Big K.A. We back in the stand. K2 Gutty sleep with a cut of El Patron. You know the big dog want to tell we here to talk, we here to talk, we here to talk. Now we gotta talk about finally again later on the story. I don't know why I didn't talk about it around the time like the week after the Super Bowl, but regardless. But anyways, TDE Punch finally reveals why Kendrick Lamar left to Not Like Us off GNX. Honestly, especially if he wanted to do big sales, he should have put Not Like Us on there. That would have boosted his sales a little bit more. But again, maybe he didn't want to. Again, Kendrick Lamar is an artist that he doesn't chase sales to me. So again, me not seeing Not Like Us on there, I wasn't fucking surprised. Now, of course, does it fit the album? Yes, it makes sense. And it's a bona fide bop. I'm not gonna lie. But again, it is what it is. I wasn't surprised it wasn't on there, but let's see what Punch has to say. It's crazy how Punch knows all this information and Kendrick is not signed to y'all anymore. I know that's gang, I know that's family at the end of the day, but even still, it is what it is. But let's get into it real quick. Like, subscribe, help your boy, y'all help your boy grow. You know what it is. You know I'm the kid. You know I'm talking about 8-bit little flays, yeah. But anyways, let's get to it. It's probably better that Lamar did so. Kendrick Lamar's GNX will go down as one of the biggest cultural moments in hip-hop history as time passes. I'm not going to say that, but proceed. It arrived well after he deviously, or decisively, sorry, took out Drake in their beef. Hey, we'll see. We'll see who wins the war, but regardless, again, I'm not an OVO ovulator, but again, I'm not going to say the boy washed. Or he's a corpse, like Budden and them was saying. Its sudden release was such an incredible surprise, especially with it dropping 2 months after he was announced as the act for the Super Bowl halftime show. Additionally, you can also point to just the pure hype and chatter around it. Overall, it's pretty difficult to deny the impact of GNX, and there's a good chance it will be a future classic. It's sure to scoop up plenty of awards within the next wave of shows arrive later this year. Also, yeah, if you don't know, the time Kendrick released it, there's like a Grammy timeline for shit to get nominated. That's why if you're wondering why Kendrick's GNX was not nominated for a Grammy, that's because he dropped it out of the timeline when you could submit certain stuff. So for the Grammys, I guess this year or next year, yeah, next year's Grammys, yeah, this will be eligible to win stuff if you were perplexed by that. But anyways, despite it being such a great record, fans were still a little shocked when Not Like Us didn't make the track list. But also I don't know if we're getting a deluxe or maybe a part 2, but we'll see what happens with this, because remember he performed the Bodies at the Super Bowl, which didn't make the album cut. But again, I feel like a deluxe or maybe a part 2 is coming, so we'll see exactly what's going on with that. Anyways, with how massive it has become, it had all the makings of a lead single, but there's now an official explanation to why it remained a single. Also, I wonder if how Drake would use that in the lawsuit if he put it on GNX. But regardless, yes. Okay. According to Billboard, Lamar's former boss TDE Punch participated in some light Q&As with users on X. Okay, so a lot of niggas was talking. So I'm gonna read some of them. So, hey Punch, do you still have some education for us as to why Dot didn't include the Mega Smash on the album? Integrity. The record was for the battle. The album was a separate thing. Real nigga activity. Yeah. I thought it was something like that as well. And he doesn't care about numbers. Could have put it on there to boost overall sales, like I just said, but chose to leave it for what it was, integrity. Was he working on the album prior to the battle? LOL, that's all I got, champ. He can speak on that if he chooses to. So again, yeah, I basically read what he said. Another friend was curious to when Lamar was working on it. Yeah, he said, that's all I can speak on. You gotta ask him about that. Overall, we can agree that the thought process, if we were to include Not Like Us, there is a chance it would have taken away from the greatness of this record, the greatness this record possesses. J. Cole learned that the hard way after. Bro, listen, we gotta stop talking about J. Cole and this fucking 7-minute drill song. I ain't gonna lie, the way that nigga went about that shit, just to this day, like, that wasn't the greatest shit. I don't care what no nigga says. Again, he is J. Cole, and we're just moving past that, or we're forgetting that, or just cutting him a break, whatever the fuck you want to say. But him saying whatever he said on Muhammad Ali, who's the greatest? Says he is it K Dot, is it Aubrey or me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was going brazy, he was talking this shit, he was popping out his chest. He felt like he was Javante Davis, just knocking niggas out with the punchlines and all the metaphors and shit. He was connecting shit like he worked for IT. All that little ish he was saying. But even with him saying that, you know, he dropped the response diss track, you know, 7-minute drill, took it back. You know what I'm saying? Afterwards, and said, yo, I don't want to do that, because probably realized Aubrey and Kendrick really have issues with each other. Took it the fuck back, and you've been doing your thing. But don't mention that shit, because I still don't like that move, regardless. I still don't like that move. How the fuck do you rescind a diss track? You rescind it after you put that shit out. Nigga, you got froggy, you left. What? You crept back down afterwards? Like, what is we talking about, man? And then after praying Tony, like, oh, Drake, you always be my... Like, you was doing a lot. And I fuck with J. Cole, but even I could admit he was doing a little bit too much with it. But even with that being said, again, it makes sense. Integrity, you know, Kendrick's stand-up guy, staying on morals. I'm not surprised he didn't want to put this on the project. Also, just thinking about it, because, again, we're going to talk about the Black Sam Marathon Burger situation as well. Speaking of another place I got to go to if I go to LA and shit like that, right? Shit, hey, bring one where I stay. I ain't want to put out where I stay. Y'all could probably figure it out, but anyways, with that being said, what was I gonna say? I wish we got like a Kendrick Nipsey cut on that project, because he did say they're working on a documentary, and Nipsey, I would love a Nipsey and Kendrick track. I feel like that would be so good. But anyways, with that being said, what do you think about the reasoning why Punch thinks Kendrick did not put out like this on the project? To me, honestly, it makes sense. Just what we see from Kendrick, what we see at least, or what he shows us, and just his demeanor and his persona, yeah, it makes sense he would do that, to keep it a book. But yeah, what do y'all think? Comments down below, links in the description. Besides that, it's your friendly neighborhood K.A. sign off for today. The Black TJ that while doing this thing. My name ring bells like Quasimodo. Hit like, subscribe, you trying to hit a little bit more to hear me. And I'm gone. Shalom, zoom, peace, y'all, guys. Aye.